have been over the years several schemes to help people get on the housing ladder. Um, One of those was Lift. Could you tell us anything about what's currently out there and who would be eligible for any such scheme?
So yeah, the Lift scheme has been altered to take into consideration priority groups going forward. So that's going to be people who are in social housing. So if you rent from a housing association or from the council, then you would be eligible for the Lift scheme if you are in the armed forces or if you're over 60. The criteria is dependent on how much you can afford, but you should be able to show that you can't afford the property fully yourself and that you need support from the government, and they're willing to put up to 40% of the deposit in. You might need your own contribution depending on the lender, but it's always best to speak to a broker. Lift are very clear on the fact that you really need independent advice before you go ahead. They like to see that you have assessed the options before they look at your application. So it's a bit more restrictive. It's not open to everybody anymore, but there are a lot of great first-time buyer schemes out there through other providers, like the track record mortgage on the £5,000 deposit mortgage. So if you're a first-time buyer who doesn't fit Lift, then these other first-time buyer schemes have been brought in, and the government are trying to encourage more schemes to help first-time buyers, relaxed affordability calculation, so that those sort of things should be able to help people. Lift itself was always quite restrictive as well, because you could only buy a property within a certain bracket, whereas the other first-time buyer schemes, they're not as restrictive as that. So whilst Lift's potentially not going to fit for a lot of people now, there's new schemes that moved in to help with that.